Hello my internet friends, and welcome to another episode of Lex's Budget Bunker Build. These episodes seem to be building up. I think this is episode 42. So yeah, we're getting there. So the weather's beautiful today, which is a relief, and the bunker shaft's looking a lot drier. So today's project is to start fixing up the damage from the heavy rainfall, where it's caused a bit of a cave-in. So I think probably what I'm going to do is actually put in some concrete anchor points down the bottom and put in a row of retaining wall, and then backfill it and add layers up until I reach the existing retaining wall. I'll sort of backfill all the way up and try and stabilize all that, and waterproof it at the same time with the coal bags and the core flute. So that's sort of the rough plan of attack. So let's finish this coffee and we'll rip into it. All right, the first job will be to get all the rest of the clay that's collapsed down there out of the hole, and then I think I'm line the bottom with some coal bags, so I'm not working in such a sticky mess, and then I can actually get stuck into actually working on the retaining wall. So if I get down here, let there be light. So she's dried out a lot, guys, so that's very encouraging. All right, welcome down into the pit. So you can see there's been no more cave-ins, which is really good. We can see this huge gap here between, if I get the, hang on, just let me grab the camera out of the pot. Here we go. So if you look at this, where we've got the retaining wall here, and there's a huge cavity behind here now. So obviously if I just take the retaining wall down, there's going to be that huge gap, and that's going to allow stuff to collapse down into it, which is going to work its way up to the top and make a crater. So what I plan to do is put some retaining wall down the bottom here, a strip, concrete it in, you know, the old the anchor points, and then backfill that, add another layer, backfill it, and so on. Obviously when I get to the top one, that's going to be a challenge. I'll somehow going to pack something up. Oops, sorry, put the camera in the right place. So I'm going to try and pack stuff up in there, and then try and pack stuff behind the final layer, to take away as much of that empty space as possible. So yeah, we'll see how we go. So the first thing I need to do is work out where to put my concrete anchor points. And so I'm going to measure down from here. So these strips are 200 mil. So I'll divide whatever result I get by, divide it into 200s. And then the concrete will go in the middle bit. I'll just pause you there and sort that out. Right, I'm now going to cut up the steel for the anchor rods. So these are the threaded ends I've already got ready, cut clean, 100mm. And so I need to cut these to different lengths for the different length holes. Weld them on the ends, and because of how it's a little bit unstable, I'm actually going to put some, rather than just a straight rebar, I'm also going to put some little bits poking out to probably just a couple, like offset, just to key it into the concrete a little bit better. So let's get into it. Alright, I've got all the anchor steel ready. So each one is individually made to measure for the depth of each hole and how much offset back from the retaining wall the surface of the clay is. So I need to measure each one as I fit each one, make sure the right one goes in the right hole. So let's crack on with that. So there. That one there. Guys, so you can see I've got all the anchor points in for the next layer of retaining wall. So I need to let that concrete set for at least a couple of days before I start fosking around there. So just been doing another little job, and that's straightening out the cable on the winch. It got a bit sort of bunched up with loops and things on it. I don't know why it does that. I'm going to have to keep an eye on that and possibly modify that in some way. But anyway, it's all nice at the moment. And this ladder is going to be in the way when I do the retaining wall at the bottom. So I've unbolted it, and that's a good opportunity to fix this. You can see this bracket here. This bar here gets right in the way of me putting my foot on there. It's really, really annoying. So I'm going to, while I've got the ladder off, I'm going to take this off and lengthen these side bits so that this bar here sits down under here so it doesn't keep getting in the way of my foot. small fix, but it's been really annoying me every time I go up and down the ladder. So yeah, that's the next job. Right, the first thing I've got to do is make 2 cuts in here, and then I'll cut a couple of pieces of this 100mm and insert, and then 4 welds, and then I'll need to drill a couple of extra holes on the ladder, but not too much work and well worth it to fix that very aggravating situation. Right guys, that's the end of another weekend for me, so I'll give you a quick summary of what I've done, and yeah, sign off until next week. So it's been a challenging couple of days, to be honest. I've got an extremely sore back at the moment, so that's sort of slowed me down a bit, but you know, I find with it feels like it's muscular, so I think keep moving is the answer rather than sit around on my backside. That doesn't seem to help. So yeah, so I've struggled along, but I've got a few things done. I'll give you a quick summary. So we've got these concrete anchor points in all over around, so there's 8 of those, and they go back a lot further than the first and second set of anchor points that I've done. So that's the first set up the top there, and then there's the second set and that bottom set. So that goes in a lot deeper, and that's because of those cave-ins that I experienced. So I thought I really want to make them secure, and got 2 of the pieces of the retaining wall in. So I did actually film the footage of me putting them in, but it was a real struggle because it's a tiny, it's quite a confined space, and shuffling around all the time, and basically all you're seeing is my back most of the time. So I left that footage out. It's pretty boring. Plus, I've got to confess, some of the it was a real struggle to get these in and aligned, and yeah, some of the language was a bit colourful, so it's probably better to leave that out. Maybe I should do an uncensored version one day for me Patreons if that's to their liking. But yeah, seriously, it was a struggle, but we got there. I mean, these pieces of wood here, the idea of these is because obviously the bottom piece has to line up with the top, because as I build up, it needs to meet the top one. So these are level, and I've measured up, so there should be it should be even. There should be three more planks on top of that one to reach this one, and hopefully it'll be a sort of a snug fit. So that bottom one obviously has to be level, because if that's the top of that's not level, then everything goes out. And it also has to be parallel with that one, which as far as I'm aware it is, because I measured it off these again. So these are all secure, so 2 are in. I just got to get the end ones in, and then backfill it. And some of that backfill I'll do concrete around the where the anchor points are. Won't do all concrete, but certainly around where the anchor points are, so they're encased in concrete. And yeah, got this side lined. So obviously I have to, at some stage I have to take this off, because I cut that lining off flush so that I could, because with my guttering idea, which is over here, which didn't work out at all. So now I need to make sure it's overlapping. So I'll take this piece off and then have like the coal bags and the coal flute behind here on top of the existing ones, and then they need to go behind these ones, and that way the water won't be able to make its way onto the wood. And that's worked really well, because this wood has stayed, and the concrete has stayed absolutely bone dry, despite all the all the rain we've had and all the water that got into the hole. So that side of it works really well, so I'm really happy with that. So yeah, that's what I've achieved this weekend, guys. Yeah, that's it for me. So I'll sign out here. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and as always, thank you to my Patreons. Your support's really appreciated, and thank you everybody that's subscribed, because that's obviously helping as well. Really appreciate it, and I appreciate all your comments and encouragement. And yeah, looking forward to next weekend when I can crack on with a bit more. So have a great week, guys, and take care out there, and we'll see you next weekend. And this is Lex out.